And the live action is continuing here on Field 4 in the open men's competition of the Queensland Murri Carnival. We have reached the pointy end of the competition where 16 teams will become 8. And today we are about to watch the East Coast Sharks take on the Purga Wagtails. Alex Durrani joined by Donald Malone. Donald, we have got a game on our hands at the moment. In terms of ladder, we have 8th position taking on 9th. So should be a good one.
Yeah, looking forward to this occasion this afternoon. I reckon with 8 and 7 on the ladder, I reckon we're in for a good afternoon of footy.
So East Coast Sharks are in the blue and they have not lost a game in this competition so far. Purga Wagtails obviously in the white and green. They have had 2 wins and 1 loss. So it really is anyone's game in this competition. But like I mentioned, this is the point of the carnival where the losing team will be eliminated. So there will be no more. So absolutely everything is riding on this. And Purga Wagtails will get us started. So East Coast Sharks, if they can collect, we should be seeing ball early on. So here we are. The elimination rounds have begun. There was one round before us, and the quarterfinals will kick off this afternoon at 4:15 p.m. and 8 teams will become 4, progressing to tomorrow. So here we go. East Coast Sharks deep in their own half. Greg Davis was in there. He's a household name for Purga. Strong contingent of Torres Strait Islanders in this East Coast Sharks team. So a big hello to Yupla up there watching and tuning in. Be very proud of these boys. But of course Purga, a household name. They've been in the carnival many years. So we've seen a kick and a torpedo and a rare mistake from Purga. He's lost it.
Unlucky. That was a nice torpedo kick from Carl Wayne. And a bit of a headache for Carlin Anderson, number 3, for the Purga Wagtails.
How good's this? Here's the Deadly Choices replay. I tell you what, though, in this carnival, we have seen some quality kicking, but the torpedo has been absolutely lethal across the park, and we can see why in there. Carlin Anderson just unable to get underneath and secure it. So great field position here are the East Coast Sharks. They're set up on the 20. The scrum will be fed. Players left and right. They'll play the short side. Numbers there, spaces there as well through the hands of Sonny James. James goes down about 12 metres out. And he's lost it. That's a huge mistake. It could be a costly error. But as well, we are only 2 minutes into this game and both teams have made the errors here.
On
so
the replay here, wasn't nothing in it. It was just incorrect play the ball, or try to play the ball too quick. But unlucky for the East Coast Sharks.
So they did have a great opportunity here after a mistake from Purga, but they have returned the favour after the incorrect play the ball has earned opportunity now for Purga deep in their own end. So they've got some work to do to get out of here. They haven't really had an opportunity with ball in hand, and that might help though. A penalty is earned. Not in a great position for East Coast Sharks, especially not with a kick for touch to come.
Especially late in the tackle count too. That's sort of a coach killer, I think.
That's what they call it. Now we are out in southeast Queensland, down at Albany Creek Crushers. The semi-finals and grand finals on tomorrow. So if you're in southeast Queensland, make sure you come down. Otherwise, you can watch all the action on the QMC app. Greg Davis took that first hit up, and it was followed by Kennedy. Kennedy pushed back. They're edging closer towards the sticks, but he's shut down from the Sharks. Nona was in there. Out the back now, where's Conlon? Oh, and a huge drifter out the side finds Luke Geary. And he comes back in to put first and very early points on for Purga. Luke Geary, take a bow, but it came off the hands of Conlon.
Here we go in Deadly Choices replay. The old masterclass from Wesy Conlon to a cutout ball to the winger. Would you expect anything different from him?
He's a household name too. He has been around the Murri Carnival for many years, and he is so loyal to the Purga Wagtails as well. There's a few of them in there that, you know, have been around for, I won't say a long time, but they're not that old. But, you know, they've certainly experienced a few Murri Carnivals in their time, made a few grand finals as well. So obviously that's what they'll be going towards today.
Did you watch any of these games, Purga's games yesterday?
No, so every time...
Do you think new players come in this morning, started playing? Because they finished, 7th on the table. Do you think they would have been a bit more closer up the ladder?
It's funny you say that, and as you say that, conversion unsuccessful. But, yes, in previous history, and previous carnivals, Purga, you know, would be. But teams this year have been out of this world. The teams ahead, like you've got the LJ Crete team.
The Hornets, Cherbourg.
The Hornets, Cherbourg. Like, let's have a look actually at what the letter is, but it just shows, like, the Wynnum Manly Murris are third. Mergen Mobs, Mully Warriors, Murri Bummers are up there. So there's so many new teams that have come into the fold that I just think just shows the expansion of talent that's come into the Murri Carnival, that, you know, teams like Purga, after the rounds, are sitting at 8, which is still a great position, but yeah.
It's great that the Murri Carnival's growing too. And
every year, bigger teams, bigger turnouts, and it just gets more and more competitive. So they'll go over halfway, balls with Purga, they've just put points on. We might see early points as well. Jade Anderson, the foot race is on, and he's looked for his friend in the 4. That was Luke Geary, the try scorer from moments earlier. But he's thrown it to their 14th man on the sideline. On the Daily Choices replay, you get Carlin Anderson coming down a short side to a cutout ball to the fullback, and Jaden Anderson just unlucky. Took the ball too long to the line. I think if he had gotten rid of that a little bit earlier, we would have seen a second try there for Geary. But here we go. Opportunity now is what it is for the East Coast Sharks. Terry Nona takes the first hit up. Numbers right and left. They'll play back inside. Met with some strong contact, but even with 3 Purga tails, the East Coast Sharks get to their own 40. It's with the kicker. Kana Wang. He was the kicker earlier that put it up and sent a torpedo in southeast Queensland. But, didn't think he was expecting to receive that one, but he's done well there, Briscoe. Earns about 10 metres for his team. Couple more before they'll be looking for a kick. So flat. Thankfully not forward. Big Eddie is dropped. But this will be 5th and last. He's had a huge season for club as well. There he is. Awang with the kick. Not a torpedo, but certainly a tricky one to catch. But Purga's gotten under it. 2 on a tackle, isn't there? And yeah. So penalty here. It should have been Purga's ball anyway. And look, it is going to be. Might show it back on the Deadly Choices replay. But definitely unlucky. Very, yeah. It was a great idea. Here it is there. Second man just come in. Though. That's like seconds, eh? That's too quick. They've made a huge call there. The referee made a good decision. That's great. And they don't have replays like we do, so they are making everything in the moment. So a bit of a flat ball there, but goes backwards, thankfully. It's with Elder now. Elder takes it close to 40. Purga, back inside. Anderson. East Coast Sharks are scrambling the defence as Purga comes ever closer. The kick is there. A little bit of a grubber on the ground. Mitchell Butler does well to stay in the field of play. But he might not. Good defence by Purga Wagtails. Great defence. If they can force an error here and get the ball back, they would be in prime position. But runs like that will certainly help. They're deep in their own half. East Coast Sharks are. Bit more taking 3 Purga to get them down. Not too much movement, but Tico Twist does his best and they get to their kick. Looks like Carlin is in that full pack position. Beats 1, still going. Beats 2, he's off, and here we go. That's Anderson, somehow manages to stay in.
Hold it.
And he finds his try scorer, who I'm not sure he's literally centimetres away. And there it is, Jade Anderson will score a try. My God, I couldn't keep up with that. It was too quick. It started with Anderson and it finished with an Anderson as well.
We'll see it back here on the Deadly Choices replay. Carl Anderson got on the outside of 2 people coming down the blind side, and support from Luke. And it was a good tackle by Butler, but they had too many players offside. Carl Anderson comes down to the short side, and it's a 4-pointer.
I think that's what they were trying to set up earlier in the game as well, that we saw when they threw it into touch off the sideline. But that's what we can see that left edge can do, and I'm sure it's not the end that we've seen just yet.
It's a bit scary coming from a 5th and last kickoff with going pretty much 67 metres to score a try.
There's the
Might be a bit worrying for the right side defence.
Yeah, exactly. You sort of want to probably lock in on that. That's the second try that they've got down that left edge as well. As we watch the replay on Deadly Choices, just a beautiful combination between Carlin and Luke. Here it is again. He just shoots straight from dummy half. He probably could have played that open side, but Carlin Anderson plays the short side and finds Anderson as well. So as we return to live game, they've gone to kick, and yes, indeed, they have been offside. So look, these are certainly not.
And we're right on the 50-metre line, and I seen it for myself.
Yeah.
They were offside.
They were. We're pretty much smack on the middle. There it is, the Deadly Choices replay. So now Purga will restart.
That's just a disappointing, ill-discipline. Step back 2 metres.
That's it. That's literally it. Hey, that's all it is. I think you're right. It's like that. You're edging between ill-discipline, desperation and ill-discipline.
Yeah.
But here we go. This is what happens, though. Unfortunately, that ill-discipline has meant that they are in another defensive set. So taken to ground by Gagai. Back inside now for Purga is Murri. What a name like that, playing the Murri Carnival. Yeah. There goes Murri. There goes another Murri. Oh, there's 3 Murris. There's 26 on the field. All right, back inside, at the back to Conlon. He's still going. Will he go all the way? Yes, he will. Where's Conlon? The number 7, no stranger to the Murri Carnival. He certainly puts the Murri in Queensland Murri Carnival. Goes over for the 3rd try for the Purga Wagtails.
Definitely. I was just speaking to him just before he kicked off, actually. Just asking how his knee is, and he just showed me just then his knee's fine.
Honestly, he is 100% fit. And he has to be, because they all need a 715 health check, which is a requirement to be able to play the Murri Carnival. But if he was telling you there's something wrong with his knee, he was just having a go. Like, he is just trying to tell you, in case he doesn't have a good game, that he can blame his knee. But he's gone and shown us that he is in fighting form. He is fit. He had a bit of work to do.
He did.
He had to step back in. He changed direction a lot, which makes me think there was never anything wrong with his knees, because he can change direction like that.
It was a nice black line. What do you?
Hey.
Move, and they had good structure. And Wesley Conlon just crafted his magic with the show and go and went straight under the sticks for 4 points.
That's Purga for you, though. So conversion successful, but here it is again. This is certainly one for Conlon's showreel. A little bit of a show and go, steps back in towards the sticks and puts on the 3rd try for Purga in the first half here. And that all came off a penalty, off kickoff as well. So it just shows the power and importance, I guess, of what those mistakes can lead to.
And another
one. Too much curry on that kick, as Bo Dela Cruz would say. Just another restart that was really not needed.
Especially, they don't need that. They're 14 points behind.
Yeah, exactly right. They didn't need it. 14 points, but of course it is the Murri Carnival and anything can happen. But look, if I was East Coast Sharks, I'd certainly want to be getting some points in now, because if Purga continue on the trajectory that they are, they might not be done scoring points in this half. And of course it is the winners who will progress to the quarterfinals later this afternoon, and the others will be sent home for the year. Of course they can come back next year, but the doors have closed for this year. So Purga now, 3 tries so far, looking and sniffing around for their 4th. Beautiful little ball underneath to Murri.
And it looks like Purga's not finished with scoring points, because you got Wes Conlon at the back barking orders, pointing fingers.
All right, bit of a flat one, but Dan Fallon does well to earn their team a few more metres now. They're about 15 out from the line. Conlon passes, a little offload, but they've done very well, East Coast Sharks. One more defensive effort here. Kicks there. And they're calling offside.
Accidental offside.
But yeah, I don't think it was intentional. But again, Purga will earn themselves another penalty. And look, if it continues in the way that Purga have been going, try after penalty, possession equals points,
yep,
I think we might see Purga put some more points on here. So here we go. This is their first. Well, 0 will be Dan Fallon. East Coast Sharks, big defensive effort here is what they need. Shifting out to the right. It's weird, Carlin. Offload again, and they've scored in the corner. That is all class from Purga. Couldn't get it over on the left side. They've shifted completely to the right and put it down in that corner. That is NRL-esque footy.
Here we get the Daily Choices replay. Number 21 passes it at the back to Carlin Anderson. Offload to Laybot. Laybot just beats his man on the outside and creates a 2-on-1 for his winger. And
I think it was Rasheen, eh?
Doyle?
Yeah. Need the brother to turn around. He was too quick.
He was.
Scoring that try and that replay. Missed his number, but I think it's Rasheen Doyle in that 5.
Like we just spoke about before, too many penalties. East Coast Sharks giving it away. And the Purga Wagtails are just capitalising on their opportunities and scoring points.
And I mean, the great game of rugby league, possession, like I said, equals points, and East Coast Sharks just haven't seen any in this game. So kick to come, it's a tricky one. It's almost on. Pretty much on the sideline. The crowd is building as well. It's almost doubled in capacity since what we saw this morning. Of course, we had the round games this morning, and now it is elimination. And look, that'll be conversion unsuccessful. But it won't matter just yet. Here's the Deadly Choices replay. There it is, the beautiful in the corner, and I do believe it is number 5, Rasheen Doyle. If it's not, I apologise to Rasheen, but I'm almost certain that it is. All right, beautiful. East Coast Sharks to kick off, and they've done 2 things very well here. They've stayed on side, and the ball has kept in play. It's dropped off kickoff, but it's gone backwards. So Purga deep in their own half after a huge kickoff. Dolman wraps him. And he's taking the ground. It'll be play on there. That's a huge run from Purga. They are desperate to get out of there. 6 minutes to go here. Bit of a collision in the middle with Laybot. Ref says nothing in it, play on. Conlon with the kick. It's a tricky one to catch, but the East Coast Sharks now, they have not had possession in a very long time. Young taken to ground. A completed set is what would certainly help, don't you think, Donald?
100%. Complete set, get them back on track. Like you said, there's only 6 minutes to go. Nice
there's one off the back fence, if ever you've seen one. Butler just butts off half the team. All right, East Coast Sharks, they're working. They've got some momentum there. It's with Briscoe. Briscoe somehow finds a little offload there. Out the back, bit flat. But it's with Tico Twist.
Kicker, Weather, go for it, Weather.
Strong defense of the bigger man.
Get him.
There's the boot. It's a funky one. And they've earned the penalty as well, offside. Interesting by that. I'm not sure who he was referring to. From this position, it looks good.
I follow the kick.
I follow the kick as well. All right, Big Eddie, here he is. Murri is out, 12 metres out now. This is the best field position the East Coast Sharks have had. They'll try their left side. Steps back in. It's with Young. 5 metres out. Oh, sorry, it was with, that was James. Fends a couple, he's close. Centimetres away from the line is where they are. Clock ticking down, less than 5 minutes to go. They send it out the back. It's gone well over the top, but a space has opened up. And East Coast Sharks may have points through Tico Twist.
Happy days. Yeah, just wait.
Yes, the man in pink says me lucky, and why wouldn't you? Tico Twist at number 3 puts on first points for the East Coast Sharks.
Here we see on the Daily Choices replay. Kano Wang out to Butler. Tip on to James. James crossed over for an easy 4-pointer. Definitely they needed that try to get themselves a bit of confidence.
And they should. Like, they need to remember where they are in the ladder. It's just been, this game has, Purga have been so dominant. And after most of their sets, they have scored tries. So, just goes to show what possession means. But
they're only 14 points behind.
14 points is a whole nother half to go.
Another half to go, so there's no rush for them. Like I said, just get through your sets, kick to the corner, complete sets. Rugby league's a simple game.
It's a simple game. All right, so that conversion will be waved away, and the difference remains at 14 points. Here is the Deadly Choices replay. It was Tico Twist who eventually put it down, but it almost touched every back rower before Tico grabbed it from the hands of Luke Geary, who I'm sure if he got his hands on it, it would have ended in 4 points. But this should be the final set here. Before we move into halftime, Purga Wagtails got quite a comfortable lead ahead of these East Coast Sharks. But of course, in Carnival footy, absolutely everything is possible. And how's that? He literally started on the back fence. But I tell you what, he's been pushed back to it. Yeah. Strong defense there from Purga. Damien Ford, here we go. Eddie will have a crack there. Earns a few more metres for his team. Back inside now. I love this. Sending in the front rows. There's a try scorer, as I should say. Tico Twist. Twist plays the ball. They've got numbers left and right.
Butler again doing a hit up.
Butler again loves the contact.
Oh.
Loves the contact a little bit too much, my brother. He's kicked that one into orbit. The chase is on. He has taken it, though, beautifully and earned themselves a penalty, of course.
What about that monster kick? But what about an unbelievable catch by Carlin Anderson? Here on Daily Choices replay, Kana Wang puts it into orbit. And Carlin Anderson didn't look like dropping it.
But Connor, his kicking game. He's the one who kicked the torpedo that earned themselves the ball back. But far out here, they are the biggest kicks I've seen, I think, like, in terms of height. Like he is, yeah. Making it certainly hard to catch, but of course earned the penalty there as who chased the ball down was a little bit too high. But he's done incredibly well to secure the ball with less than a minute to go here. That's a huge hit. He's left a trail of destruction, Damien Ford. Ford plays the ball. Look, there's time here for Purga to put some more points on. Whether they will or not is all in East Coast Sharks Park. Awfully close to that sideline. Plays the ball. They'll need to come back in through the hands of Anderson. Still going. Conlon. Conlon finds Anderson again. Anderson steps back in. Anderson beats two. Back inside to Conlon. Conlon finds Roberts, and Roberts finds an East Coast Sharks player. So let that take us into halftime, where the Purga Wagtails lead East Coast Sharks 18 points to 4. And we haven't returned from halftime, but we will return as it was a penalty. So they'll have to play this one out before we go into halftime. And of course, it's Arwang with kicking duties. I tell you what, if we see a try here, it's ridiculous. Oh, they've passed it back. Purga's got it. And I tell you what, if we saw a try there and literally after what was in halftime, that would have been crazy. But here we are. Let that take us into halftime. We'll return momentarily. And this mob are too keen. They're too early. They are ready to continue into the second half here on field 4. We have East Coast Sharks kicking off to Purga Wagtails, who went into halftime with an 18-point lead over East Coast Sharks, who scored in the final minutes through the hands of Tico Twist. And we have got 25 minutes to go before one of these teams will be sent packing and the other will progress to the quarterfinals played later this afternoon. Alex Durrani, Donald Malone. Donald, how was that first half for you?
It was all one-sided. Purga Wagtails had most of the possession and they scored most of the points. So the East Coast Sharks has got a game on their hands to get back into this game.
Yeah, they'll certainly be looking to score first to get back into this game. Here we go through Davis. No stranger to the Murri Carnival he is, and he certainly no stranger to contact either. They've done well here, Purga. Strong start. Certainly a warning shot to East Coast Sharks. East Coast looking to wrap that ball. He finds an offload. And they've earned themselves another 10 metres after the initial contact. Oh, he's done well to hold on to that. Oh. But unfortunately, Kyle Labart will lose it. So they were looking quick there.
Unlucky for the Purga Wagtails. Carlin Anderson seen something on the short side and just couldn't capitalise with the Labart, just to knock on from him. So opportunity for the East Coast Sharks now, so get back into the game.
Oh, look at Arwang. I just want to see him kick it straight off. Just straight from play the ball just to kick it. Just torpedo for it, brother. All right, here's Dolman. Dolman the Destroyer. Played in the Normanby Hound season this year for Brisbane Rugby League. Bounced off his co-teammate through the hands of Briscoe. Over the 40. Scoot from dummy half is Ara. The clock ticks down. East Coast Sharks looking to strike. Bit of a miscommunicado there. So they'll settle on the 40. Inside, there he is, the kicker. He puts a grubber in. It's beautiful, but oh, is it beautifully taken from Doyle. The try scorer from the first half, and he has got some speed. Almost thought he was knocked on the top there, but he's bounced out of that. I don't think I've ever seen a Murri come quicker out of his own half.
He's got some wheels.
But talking about getting bounced off, how big was that run? Conlon shifts it out to the left side. We've got a foot race on. An early kick is on. The chase is there. But it will find touch. What could have been a beautiful try has found the sideline.
Nice cut-out ball by Conlon. Eyes up foot. He's seen there was space out there. And just the luck of the bounce from the kick through. Unlucky.
Was it needed? Probably not. But they have the 14-point difference where, you know, they can afford to throw it around a little bit. Because if it did pan out in their favour and that ball was a little bit better, we would have seen some more points. But here's Dolman getting us started for East Coast Sharks. Some work to do. Deep in the old half, they'll be tackled by Davis and Co. Oh, he's way too quick off that. And speaking of quick, it's been taken. And the offload is on. Oh, no, will he go himself? There was probably about 3 of Purga who could have put that down.
I think Doyle could have scored about 3 times there.
That's when they share the love, eh? They share the love. Pass it around. They weren't too sure who was going to put it down, but one of them certainly did.
We'll see it here on the Deadly Choices replay. East Coast Sharks. It's just another mistake in their own half. Ball goes to Labart. Labart steps inside Butler. Tip on to the 11. And just the show and go, and another 4-pointer for the Purga Wagtails.
Thomas Ireland is who the point scorer was, so he will have a try next to his name on this game. But again, it was just East Coast Sharks just a little bit too quick off the mark in that one, that he set the ball forward and lost it. But, well, he sent it into the hands of the Purga Wagtails, actually. It was Addo Wyonga, the 21 there, who's taken it, and he took about 15 metres for his team before offloading it. So Carlin Anderson on kicking duties. And he makes it look all too easy. Those 2 extras will certainly help the Purga Wagtails remain and keep a dominant lead over East Coast Sharks, now 24 points to 4. But 20 minutes left in this game. What's the tactic for East Coast Sharks, are you thinking, Donald?
Probably get the ball to the outside backs, but here we go.
Yeah, as I say that, what's there? Who cares? Because it's with Jade Anderson, and Jade Anderson put on the afterburners, and straight from kickoff, he scored points. He was too fast. Even the ref had to run there to get there and put the whistle to the ground. There it is. Points awarded to Purga. They make it look easy.
They do. Didn't expect that off the kickoff from Wang. But here we go. The Deadly Choices replay. Wang kicks it off. Got Butler chasing us through. And who we got? Anderson?
Anderson in the one. Jade Anderson.
Space. The biggest hole he's going to run all day.
That's the... Tell him that. That's the biggest hole you're going to run through, Jade. No, that was remarkable. Straight off the kickoff, and he just runs through the line of East Coast Sharks, who I think were a little bit caught off guard there. I would be too. Certainly not something you expect. Jade Anderson's just run the length of the field so eloquently as well. So look, you can never discount a team when there's 20 minutes to go, but of course if Purga continue...
And this is times for Purga. They've got a couple of young followers in their team. Get these old followers off like Wes, Davis, Carlin, and give them an opportunity because they can afford to, because they're leading by 28 points.
Now even more, 30 is what it will be. Here's the Deadly Choices replay. It came literally straight off kickoff. There he is, and it's about a 70-metre run. I don't even think at the end there he was going full pace, which honestly scares me a little bit to see him at full pace. We almost need a foot race between the seniors. Because
what do you think Wang's going to go near?
Hey?
Long?
Yeah, you'd have to. I think at this point you just do. Hey, you belt it because you can't give them anything.
No.
Give them an inch and they'll literally take a mile. We just saw that off kickoff. Off the back fence, Purga. They've had all the possession and all the points in both the first and second half here. 18 minutes to go. 30 points to 4.
40-20, Wesleyan.
The kick's on. Mitchell Butler's there. He's done well to get it. And the Fend, welcome back, the Fend. You'll never see them like you see them at the Murri Carnival. Plays on the 40. Didn't earn too many metres there. Purga are quick off the mark. And a penalty is earned there. Honestly, that's one of the first penalties that Purga have given away. Well, in this half, but
and that shows the discipline.
The discipline, right?
From
It's
Purga
discipline.
Wagtails.
And honestly, they'd probably get a bit of a Des Hasler spray from West Conlon if they did give him out.
I think this is the second one because the first one was just on half time.
Yeah, it was, exactly. So I think it shows, you've got teams like Purga who are all class. And as I say that, all class, another penalty for East Coast Sharks. And they edge even closer to the white line. They've earned themselves another 10 metres of bad behaviour from Purga. It's Tico Twist, the one and only try scorer at the moment for East Coast Sharks, who takes the first hit up. R1 goes underneath, finds Gagai. Gagai, need a few to drop him. He's not going down without a fight. He plays it on the 8 metres. Out to the right side through the hands of Butler. Butler puts a kick in and it was so close and it was almost beautiful. That bounce from the foot of Butler. Didn't know he was the kicker as well. Usually it's Wang that has kicking duties, but good to know there are others in the team with the same skill, but it was the bounce. It was always the bounce. So here we go, Purga now. And you can hear the crowd erupting on other fields. Of course, there is live action on fields 1 to 4 for the remainder of the day. And of course, it is elimination. So you need to win your game to progress on. And I tell you what, if Purga continue like this, progressing is what they will be doing. It's with Jaden Elder. Jaden Elder settles just over halfway. Wezzy from dummy half. The chip is in, comes off the boot of Garvey. Bit of a chase down. Butler collects. He needs to work to get out of his own half, but I don't think he's going to get there. Too strong, the defence there from the Purga Wagtails. Butler did incredibly well under pressure to get the ball, but he needed to get out. And that is something that Purga shut down very quickly.
When we get it, Rick.
So we'll see a drop out now. That's something we haven't seen from our wing. But
you would think it would go short, being beyond on the ladder.
I don't know if he can, though. That's the thing with him. Can he kick a short ball? Like he's too good of a kicker. I don't know. I think he just absolutely sends him up and sends him out. But he's got that one about 30 metres. Purga now. There's a brother who's lost a boot on the field somewhere in the back of play. It's an East Coast Shark. He wants to get on side a little bit quicker, coming back towards the sticks. It's out the back. There's numbers there. Will they go all the way? One more pass. No, dummies. And Jared Johnson will put the next try on for Purga Wagtails, and it is all but over for East Coast Sharks, who have done incredibly well in their campaign, but here's the deadly choices replay.
There's a block play for a block play at the back to Labart. Labart to number 17, and that is Jed Johnson.
Jared Johnson, he's the next one to put points on for Purga, and they are really starting to stack up now. 13 minutes to go here. And it is almost guaranteed, of course, I never say it until the final buzzer goes, that Purga will be progressing into the quarterfinals this afternoon. But East Coast Sharks, they have done incredibly well. They have not lost a game. So to come up into the round 16 and having to play a team like Purga, that's a tough straw to get.
That's Murri knockout for you.
That's Murri knockout. This is the knockout phase of it. This is when we start to look like our Koori brothers and sisters down there when they start knocking out everyone in the game. So Thomas Ireland's unable to secure an extra 2 points, but at this stage, it shouldn't matter too much. 12 minutes to go here. And Purga Wagtails, they have had ball all game. They've had momentum. Possession equals points, and that's exactly what Purga have played at this game. They have been all class here. They continue to demonstrate why they are and why they do make the grand finals, and if not finals, every year.
Butler, short high kickoff.
So yes, a short kickoff. And they've gotten the ball back, so they've done well here, East Coast Sharks. They'll be looking surely to put some more points on through Murri. Solid run there. They'll want to send their forward pack in. Here's another one. Wind up the spring. Send him in. Denzel Briscoe. Briscoe's 5 short. Playing the open side. A little dummy from dummy half. He's edging ever so close now. East Coast Sharks. Out the back. Wang puts the chip over the top. They've got numbers there. Somehow he has managed to catch it and pass it off to McKellick Young. But there's been an absolute scramble from Purga, so they stop Young in his tracks. This is 5th and last. It's with Wang. Wang kicked. They'll try their go luck at the other side. That was a huge set from East Coast Sharks. And I would say an even bigger set defensively from Purga.
It was a good attacking set from the East Coast Sharks. And I know that they're behind on the score, but they're showing a bit of effort and a bit of grit considering. I
think that's the beauty. Like, it is all heart, the Murri Carnival.
Yes.
It does not matter what the scoreline is. They have so much respect for themselves. And the other team, did Eddie get over there? I think he did. East Coast Sharks. There is blood in the water because Ioane Meru in the 17 jumper has put the second try on for East Coast Sharks.
Dummy half pass here we've seen from the Daily Choices replay into the number 17, Maru. Sorry for pronouncing if I'm wrong. But, yeah, like I spoke about before, they're showing a bit of heart and a bit of ticket for their community and where they're from. And that's what we're all about here at the Murri Carnival.
So 10 points after conversion, successful. They've hit double digits, which certainly looks nicer on the scoreboard compared to single digits when Purga have the 34-point lead. But again, that's what it is, Murri Carnival. Like, obviously players are coming. There's a competitive edge to it. But in other carnivals, you know, if you sort of get to a stage in your head that you know you're not going to win, it's when you start to check out. But I've not seen any sort of evidence of that from East Coast Sharks where they've checked out mentally and they're like, you know what, Purga's going to win this. They have the respect for themselves and respect for Purga that, no, we're going to take them all the way to 50 minutes.
That's right. And if you play for the whole 50 minutes and you play tough footy, it's the next team, the team that wins, got to play tomorrow. Just rough them up a little, make them a little bit sore for the...
Exactly. They're doing them a favour. They're just giving them a bit more of a shake-up. So Eddie, the big try scorer, he took the first run-up for East Coast Sharks. I almost wish this was a full game. It could have turned out very differently because East Coast Sharks are starting to run with a little bit more and show a little bit more shape through Zach Butler. Butler's just short of halfway. They'll play the ball back inside now through other Butler.
Butler's been the best for East Coast Sharks. He's been in everything this afternoon.
He is. He's in the one, and honestly, he's probably my #1 pick of the team.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. He has been in everything, and he's dropped back a bit, so I think he is playing in the fullback position. But honestly, at Murri Carnival, you're almost guaranteed to play in absolutely every position. So another huge kick from Awang, but it is collected nicely, and here we go. Look at the speed from the Purga Wagtail.
No other than Doyle.
Rasheen Doyle, our try scorer from the first half. We've seen it before, absolute speed. Sonny James is in there, but he is driven back from Butler. Purga drops the ball. Almost on the 40. Great space is where East Coast Sharks are.
Nice defence by Zach Butler. Good textbook tackle underneath the ball.
Yep. And again, just showing that the game is not over.
Correct.
In terms of points, it might be. In terms of outcome and Purga progressing, yes. But, you know, anything's possible. We might see some more points here as Bo Ryan takes straight from scrum. Still going. Ref says that wasn't a completed tackle. So there he is again, Butler. Butler shifts to the right. Gets an offload, but unfortunately it's Purga who collects it, and Purga knocks it on, so...
East Coast Sharks get the ball back here.
It should be, yeah, it was knock on from Purga. Huge play there from Butler. He could have almost settled and been in a comfortable position. But he's, you know, pushed the pass. But I don't mind it because, you know, if they were able to collect that, I think we would have seen some points. They were looking dangerous on that right edge.
It was our man Butler, the fullback.
The one, #1. So scrum is packed on the 30. Oh, they've got numbers on the left here.
Oh.
Over the top goes Purga on Sonny James. If Sonny could have got that ball away to Young, we might have seen some points there, but that won't matter. They'll try again. Towards the sticks, finds a late offload to Awang. Awang met with brute force of Purga. Haven't made too many extra metres there for East Coast Sharks. It's with Eddie, the big 17, the try scorer. There's only been 2 this game for East Coast Sharks. Close now, Awang, huge cut-out pass to find his centre, and the contact has literally sent the ball flying. And I don't know if they think he still has it.
Good contact.
Huge contact. But I don't know if Purga actually realised that the ball had come loose because they flopped onto that play. Here it is there.
Conlon's still in play here.
The deadly choices replay in the corner.
Oh.
There it is. It's a bone rattler and it is a ball dropper. They have literally sent the ball flying from sheer impact. So Purga, a very eventful 30 seconds there. Where's Conlon? Gets it out to his 19. That's Ty Humphreys. Humphreys tries to put on a little show and go. Plays the ball back inside to Conlon. He's got numbers there. He puts the chip in. And oh my God, that is how fairy tales end. That is Jaden Elder. And you know what? After a play like that, he might just become an elder.
Here we'll see it in the Daily Choices replay in a sec. It's our man. First receiver. We're on number 7 today. Eyes up footy from Wesley Conlon. For his partner in crime, Elder, crossed over for a 4-pointer underneath the sticks. And I just seen Wesley Conlon putting his hand up to come off to the sideline. It's a well-deserved rest for him. He's been playing outstanding all afternoon for the Purga Wagtails.
God, incredible. Bit of individual brilliance there from Wesley to kick it, but I'll tell you what, that bounce was the 14th player for Purga. Jaden Elder, though. Bit of work to do, but he followed that ball up like a dog with a bone. So kick to come, you'd surely hope it's converted.
Three minutes left in the second half. So did you watch Purga play yesterday?
This is, funnily enough, Donald, the first time I've seen Purga because they have played it every time I've been commentating this field. But I think this might be the first time they've played on field 4, which of course is the commentated field. But of course, every field is live streamed. So make sure to tune into the app if it is another team that you are looking for. It's a great thing here about Murri Carnival. Absolutely every game is filmed, so players are able to go back and watch, but also supporters are able to tune in as well. So short kickoff, and he's tackled mid-air and taken to ground. And that was a huge hit on Purga. Mid-air, he's landed very awkwardly there.
On the replay here. Oh, Cimitalius, I think. He's a bit unlucky there. I think a foot might have been on the ground.
Oh, the ball, they've kicked for touch, but it stayed in and chased down from Sam Lee. Lee, bit of work to do, puts a step on. But Wyunga, the number 21, puts him to ground. Oh, he's a bit slow to play the ball there. Hopefully he's not injured. But of course, any niggling injuries, they'll have the opportunity now. They won't be progressing the East Coast Sharks to the quarterfinals. But I tell you what a journey they've had. They've won 3 games to make their way to, of course, here. But of course not over either as Awang puts the kick on. And it's Anderson who collects it on the 40. Less than a minute now. Neither team willing to throw in the towel until that final buzzer goes. Playing the short side, early chip and chase. Oh, he's got runners inside, but it's taken nicely from Butler. And Butler offloads to Butler. Butler now through the middle. Butler in some open space. It's a foot race. Can he put the afterburners on? He might not need to. Over the top he goes. But it was actually Paddy who took him to ground, and they've earned a penalty as well. Whether a penalty will matter at this stage or whether there's even time to see it play out as the clock ticks down. It's a rare one from Awang. He didn't kick it, he threw it. All right, so they really have to just play this, and then that will be game, set, match for them. So who wants to take the final hit up? Oh, there it is, the big kick from Awang. You know what, if there was a way this game was going to finish, I'm glad it was a boot off Awang. He has been textbook. But that is all she wrote in the campaign of East Coast Sharks. Purga Wagtails will progress to the quarterfinals of the men's competition after a 38-10 point win over East Coast Sharks. A big congratulations to all, some whose journeys have finished, but don't go anywhere because kicking off at 3:15 p.m. will be the women's competition and we will be heading into quarterfinals. We'll see you then.